Hi, this is Father Louis Scurti. We're back. Now, I already gave you a brief introduction to Crazy Susan's Cookies. This is Crazy Susan, my cousin,
Hello.
Susan Scurti ADAIR. Wonderful being here. This is so chaotic. It's wonderful. Everybody's here working. Her mother's here, her sister's here, Tonia, her manager's here, her husband's here, and they're all working selling cookies because Crazy Susan's cookies are so popular because they're so delicious. They sold out twice today so far. And this interview, she might be interrupted because she has to throw more into the oven. So, Susan, give us the history. When did all this start?
So we started back actually in 2006 after my cousin Joy died. I was working in the corporate world, and Joy died very young. I think she was 41.
Yeah.
And it made me think about my life and how I don't want to be stuck in an office the rest of my life. And so I decided to open up a cookie store. And actually, I did this cookie store from 6 o'clock at night to 2 in the morning. I would go home, go back, my job at the hospital.
Did you open it here, Ocean City?
Yeah, we opened
First one?
First one we opened here in Ocean City. And for 6 years, I did both until I could make the financial transition to just this. My daughter was in college and dental school, and so we had a lot of bills on our back, and we were still young, and I was in my 40s when I started. I'm now in my 60s. I'll be 64.
Wow.
This July, I'll be 64 this month.
My older cousin.
Yeah. He's just 20 years younger than me. So.
That's wild. And in the beginning, the entire family was here every day.
Everyone was helping me get off my feet. It took me a long time. It took many, many years to get this up and running where it was a financial success. Yeah. So sometimes, I'm just one of those people I don't like to lose. So I never gave up on my dream. And even after we got hit with Sandy, Superstorm Sandy wiped us out.
Tell our audience about Superstorm Sandy.
So we lost every single thing. The water came pretty high in here, so we lost everything in here. We had just redid the store, so I had just bought everything. I was still paying for it. We had no flood insurance because we were not in a flood zone. So we lost everything.
Wow.
It took us from October to April to get it back open, and it took me many years, 8 years, to pull out of that financial debt from all that.
And
it was just, but I'm like, I can do this.
And you did.
I did. I mean, they said.
And you are doing it.
Yeah, I am doing it, and over the next 5 or 6 years, we'll probably start to wind down. We're in our 60s now. We used to be open 7 days a week, but after COVID, we said, what are we doing with our life? There's so much more to life than working.
And you're a grandmother now.
I'm a grandmother. Well, I'm a grandmother 5 times over. And just this week, I was in Connecticut to go see my grandson play in an all-star game, which I would have never done in previous years.
Right, good.
But
that's
put your priorities in place. So I'm happy.
Just my background, I lived with the Scurtis in South Jersey, and Mama Scurti's right there carrying on. I'm going to ask Sherry to turn the camera toward her.
Yeah.
She's in the back. She comes in, she picks up where anybody leaves off, and Susan's sister, Linda, is over there with the big pearls around her neck.
Yeah,
she just came from her job.
She's the glamour person.
Yeah, we need a glamour person here all the time.
Yeah.
There's Miss Glamour right there, giving us a look. And so when I lived here, this became my extended family. So I lived in West Berlin, and I saw Susan grow up, and Susan and Johnny and Jamie and Linda and Phyllis, and it was a wonderful experience. Real extension, and I never left here. I'm still here. My heart is still here. I don't live here, but my heart is still here. What was the most important thing that you learned by bringing a family into the
Well, actually, when I started the business, the reason I wanted to do it was because as a young couple and stuff, I always would work part-time jobs. We struggled, and I thought if I could open a business, then my family members who needed a little part-time job could come here. So that was my purpose, really.
Good.
Except for Linda, we never paid her.
Yeah, she's the rich one. She doesn't
Yeah.
get paid.
And
it's pro bono.
and so that's how but then it started to get too big, too out of hand, too many. It was just too big. And then we had opened another store. And then I was working 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And I'm like, I'm not doing this. And I got out of the other store. We came back to the mom and pop Ocean City store.
Right.
We're here retail from like sometime in May through the mid-October. And then the rest of the year we're just mail order or by phone
that's
orders.
good. That's good. And we're going to put all that information online, okay? So you can mail order your order of cookies, and you can get them in a great big tin or a box, but they'll specify on the order form.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who was the most influential person putting this together with you? Who gave you the most push or background?
I would say my sister Linda.
And what did she do?
She came up with actually a lot of the ideas of how to come up with different cookies. The turtle cookie, which was when the Rachel Ray was a snack of the day. I think she came up with a lot of those ideas. Phyllis came up with snickerdoodles, and then as we started, she went to the supermarket one day and bought a whole bunch of candy, and we just started experimenting. And so as time went on, I kind of realized what her ideas were, and if I would read a magazine and I would see any kind of a dessert, key lime, lemon, no matter what it was, I would try to incorporate it into a cookie. So we've been
she did a lot of experimenting.
With me, yep. We would make the cookies, and then we would take them to like a Super Bowl party. We would split them up between us, take them to like a party, and see what went with the guests. And that's how we started to decide on the different types of
early
cookies.
Marketing. Great.
Yes.
Now we're going to be coming back. I'm going to have several episodes, so we're going to take a pause there. We just left off at the snickerdoodles, but this is Father Lou with Susan SCURTI ADAIR.
That's right.
At Crazy Susan's Cookie Shop in Ocean City. You'll hear more about us in a few minutes. God bless you.
Who is it?
Oh my gosh, look at that dog.
I know, it's different.
That's a doodle.
Sometimes.
Listen, if you don't like dogs, don't move to Ocean City because every other person has one.
Oh, yeah. In Manhattan, too.
These are Hamilton blueberry cookies. They're
Oh,
a little on the sloppy side for some reason.
Yeah.
These are snickerdoodles going in.
That's great. So who comes down to work?
Sugar coming out.
Comes year-round. We have another girl, Susan, who works across the street.
Yeah, Dorian Daly, remember?
Oh, yeah. She has a beautiful home garden down there. And she works for the society.
All right, we're going to go 5 minutes here. I'm going to try to get this oven off so we can get cooled down.
We're from Baltimore.
Any more chocolate chips
Okay, this
for
is
now?
watching in action.
Right?
You're watching Susan in
I don't want
action.
these to be
Sure.
too hot, so you know which way they can be.
Susan just said,
And then
if I talk to my boss the way she talks to me, what would happen? Okay.
what I'll do is I'll just
Can you hear her? She's talking about snickerdoodles.
I'll just cool this down while you're here, and then maybe the air will shut off once in a while.
Look at that. Isn't that great?
Good for now.
Throwing that sugar on top. Look at that. How delicious.
All right, wash your little pretty face.
Watch your pretty face.
All right, and then this can just sit. This is just getting gas.
Tony, how many years you been working here?
Since 2011.
Nice. You enjoy it?
I love it.
How come? Good boss.
They're really great.
You're surrounded by cookies and Susan and Barry.
Really great. They're just great people to work
It's
for.
never work.
It's not, it's fun.
It's fun.
When you're working, eating, playing, selling cookies, wrapping gifts, it's never work. It's fun. Okay, more later.